Atlanta Falcons fans, Atlanta sports fans, welcome to For My ATL Sports One, the network. I'm here with two of my podcast peers and buddies. I got Mr. John from out of the Falcon Mind and Mr. Depot Vibes. Gentlemen, how y'all doing today?
Man, fantastic! I'm elated, ecstatic, all the positive things you can say in reference to our Falcons. Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. How y'all doing?
Doing
Dude,
well,
I'm out.
brother. Doing
I'm
well.
out.
John, how you doing?
I'm out working today, man. I've met like five Falcons fans, and they've all like. I'm wearing a Falcons polo shirt today, and everybody's like high fiving me. Everybody's happy. Everybody's smiling. That's just this is so weird. We're like in a parallel universe, man. I'm loving it though.
Well, hey, man, it is like a parallel universe. I'm excited about it. What a draft last night. Just incredible. John, give me your first impressions of last night drafts and maybe some of your takeaways, if you would. I know you got to hop off in a sec. So just give me your impressions on what the Falcons did, and also give me some of your takeaways. Maybe not just about the Falcons, but some other events that took place last night.
Yeah, I mean, for us, dude, I was. I think everybody was kind of surprised that Jalen fell to 15. I think everybody pretty much expected him to be gone before then. But to see Mikael Williams go earlier than Walker, I mean, I guess that's just kind of you pick which guy you would like the best, I guess, in that situation. But yeah, I mean, Shador obviously falling out of the first. That was crazy. There were some things, man. But I mean, it was funny because we were on our show, and a guy that I know who will probably end up connecting at some point for his show, but he texted me and said, "Hey, they're trying to get back into the first." This was like probably around pick 18, and I was like, "No, they're not. No way." And he's like, "I got a source, man. I'm telling you." I'm like, "All right, who's your source?" And of course, he didn't tell me who it was.
Sure.
But then, dude, lo and behold, we did get back in the first, and I thought it was Malachi Starks. I thought that's what we were coming back in for, because you got your pass rusher, you'll get the guy in the back end, but to double up on pass rusher, dude. And when we haven't addressed it for literally, I don't know, 2 decades in the draft, like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'm all about it. I'm 100% all 10 toes in. Let's go.
Yeah. That was truly the highlight of my night, man. I can't do anything but agree with you. Give me your anything else that stuck out to you about last night?
I mean, a few of the picks were just, I think, like I said, you never know what teams are. I mean, like I thought it was funny that the Saints picked homeboy that Walker destroyed when they played Texas. I enjoyed that quite a bit. But yeah, no, man, that was funny. We'll see how that works out for him. You know, the Jackson Dart to the Giants, I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people thought Shador was going to end up in Pittsburgh. I saw Ryan Clark's reaction; he was pretty pissed off about that.
Yep.
They didn't go Shador there. Um, Colson Loveless going, which is crazy. Like Liam called that pick which I was like, dude, how did you like the Bears picking Colson Loveless? I'm like, what? How did you even? Be regardless, he called that pick. That was kind of different, but they do need a tight end, so that makes sense too. But I mean, yeah, man, it was just like I said, that the Jacksonville moving up to take Travis. We knew Travis was going to go top three, top four guys. Just didn't know how it was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen when Jacksonville moved up. It was like, okay, they're definitely going Travis Hunter at this point. Um, and then of course they do, and so we'll see. I'm sure they're going to he'll be CB1 and then be a receiver of some sort. We'll see how it works out for him, but. That was it, man. I did see a funny tweet. I mentioned it on our show, but somebody, well, Shador tweeted out yesterday, man, I'm ready for whatever today brings. And some dude quote tweeted him and said, "What about tomorrow?"
Oh.
Oh no,
Oh, the internet is undefeated. The
Oh man,
undefeated
I
man.
felt so bad. I laughed and I felt bad
undefeated.
about it.
Oh man, we got Mike and Mike in the chat. How you doing, fellas? Hopefully all is well. We
What's
got
up, Mike?
Mr. Jack Spade that made an appearance. Jack, how you doing?
Jack, what
Hopefully
up?
all is well. Yeah, man, that is crazy. John, are you at your destination?
No, I mean I'm good. I got like I'm good.
Okay. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Debo, give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts on the picks. Give me your thoughts on just what took place with the Falcons, and also some takeaways and maybe things that just stood out to you about yesterday's draft.
Well, the main thing that stood out to me was just I'm a huge NFL draft fan. I mean, no other sport in the world can produce such a production like a draft, like the NFL does, and it showed last night. But the main thing that stood out, Jacksonville saying, "Hey, putting all chips in, moving up to number two to take Travis Hunter." I mean, just swinging for the fences, and it makes sense. We got Liam Cohen, a first-time head coach. He has to make a big move. Jacksonville is kind of like the bottom feeders of the league lately. So I believe that by them swinging for Travis Hunter, that's an awesome move for that. And on top of that, you got to look at the AFC South altogether. Look at AFC South, two of the worst teams, the Titans and the Jaguars, respectively, got superstars now, and potential superstars, and Cam Ward and Travis Hunter. So you're looking at that division as a whole, what they did yesterday, as far as from that aspect right there. That's the main thing that stood out for me, man. Um, Abdul Carter, going to the Giants, that's scary right there because you look at Abdul Carter, they got Burns and they got Thibodeau, and that's another move that what I'm saying Ryan Dable and team has to make. Like Ryan Dable, he's in the same situation as other head coaches that are down on the hot seat right now. You gotta make that move. You gotta make that move right there. The whole Jackson Dart thing, that was kind of eyebrow raiser right there. But you can't go through the whole season depending on Russell Wilson and definitely not Jameis Winston. So it'll allow the opportunity for Jackson Dart to sit and learn. Only thing about that right there is if you got a guy like Jackson Dart sitting and learning behind Ryan Dable's staff, and Ryan Dable could not possibly, maybe not be here next year. He might be fired. Not this year, but next year if they don't succeed. Then you're looking at a Jackson Dart guy who just got drafted by a coach is not going to be there. So that's an interesting move right there. As far as our Falcons are concerned, man, when we got to 15 and we still had a plethora of pass rushes there, I was like, what are the Falcons taking so long for? Like, they literally took the entire time to take that move, to take that pick right there. Some people are saying it's very possible it took Terry so long to take that pick because they were still, talking to other individual teams who might want to get there. But ultimately they stood pat, and when we got, Walker, I was like, that's the move right there. That is the perfect ideal move right there. I mean, you had Pierce there, you had Mike Green there, of course you had Walker there. We took the right guy. We took a fast linebacker, a speedy linebacker, an aggressive linebacker, and all in all, great fit for the defense right there, man. But then when we was all sitting there talking and having a good time last night, and word came down, I think we looked at. I don't know who did it, Adam Schefter or somebody. I don't know. Word came down that the Falcons were going back into the first round. I'm like, there's no way because I like what we had no capital. What we gonna give? What did we do to get that pick?
Right.
But it moved up, and we did give up a lot. We gave up next year's first round, this year's second round, etc. But then when we did that, and I'm like John, I thought we were going Malachi Starks. I was like, it's gonna be Malachi Starks all day.
Me
But
too.
then to turn around and get James Pierce Jr. Initially, I was kind of scratching my head like I don't get that, but then at the same time, that's Terry Fontenot, in my opinion, saying y'all want me to get a pass rusher, I got y'all two of them, and I got one from Georgia, and I got one from, and they both from the SEC. So by doing that, that's Terry Fontenot saying, hey, I'm paying attention, I'm addressing the needs, the needs that the whole Falcon Nation knows that we need, and I took care of it. Now Raheem, the ball's in your court now. I did my part.
Yep.
So Terry, shout out. But I was ecstatic, elated, and we're not done yet. We still have the 110th pick, I think, third round, and a couple more picks. So they're not done yet, man. But very excited, and just like John said a second ago, you're looking at the mind frame of the Falcons fan is totally different 24 hours than it was 24 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. Dude, when we were sitting there like you said, Debo, like there were so many options available, and I was like, oh shit! Now they're gonna do something stupid. There's too many things. Like there's not a narrow path to make the right decision here.
Right.
But they did. But and to the folks that got angry about giving up at first, we jumped 20 spots.
Thank
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to give. What do you think you're gonna give
You
up?
you got to give something up. Yeah, exactly, bro.
And the Rams aren't stupid. I mean, they've made some questionable things in the past, but they're not idiots. If you're moving 20 spots, you're going to give up a first.
Right.
It's gonna cost.
And
Thank you. And it was still a first round pick, John.
exactly,
Also, the first round. Like, what are we gonna give him an IOU? Hey, I'll tell you what. I got discounts to this movie coming up.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Exactly. No.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, John. Go ahead, sir.
No, that's want to get that in there because I've seen that a lot around Twitter. It's like, yeah, but we gave up a first. Well, yeah, of course you did. I mean, like that's just kind of like that's expected. And then you got, I mean, pretty much a consensus, a top 10 guy and a top 15 guy. So, I mean, you know, it's got to pen out on the field now, but like, I don't see anybody complaining about it, man. We got A+ from ESPN, man. Like, what are we talking about?
Right. No Falcon fans should be raising an eyebrow about what happened last night. We've been this whole time. We need passwords. What? Do you need passwords? Terry Fontenot said, "I got you two of them." What you gonna say now?
Yeah, right. You can't dog his ass, and I understand the criticism he's gotten. But now he goes out and does that for you, like you can't be like, "Oh, but we gave up." So yeah, no shit, man. Like that's how that works. I mean, that's how that works. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, T.
No, you're fine. What amazes me is just the narrative that people like to spin. Like I actually saw this idiot, and I'm not gonna post the article, but I'm gonna refer to him as an idiot because he's an idiot. He gave them an F for drafting James Pierce, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? He gave them an F for trading a first round pick back into the first round, and I'm saying to myself, if the Eagles did this, they'd be praised, right? If the Chiefs did this, they'd be praised. But because it's the Falcons, you automatically have an issue with it. Look, even last year when the Falcons signed Kirk Cousins, thank God they drafted Michael Penix.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Imagine where we'd be if we didn't draft him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's never been done before. Well, good thing it was done. Good thing it was. Because imagine where we would be had we not drafted Michael Penix. Look, we had the worst. No, I'm sorry. The second worst. We were the penultimate failures, right? Or the second to the worst failure, the penultimate failure when it comes to pass rushing last year. Even when we had that surge at the end, right? We went 4 weeks where we had the most sacks in the league, and we still only came away with 31 sacks for the year. We were, in a word, piss poor. I guess that's 2 words. We were just
in a praise.
We were bad. We were bad, right? And so not only do you draft one, you draft two. You draft 2 pass rushers. I don't see an issue with it, and this is what and look it. My father used to tell me all the time. He said, "Son, the number one job of anybody out here is to separate you from your dollar. Be it company, be it television, be it radio, be it whatever medium you say, the entire reason that they exist is to separate you from your dollar." And some of these articles you have to look at as that way because they're nothing more than clickbait, right? They're nothing more than taking a narrative, which is, oh, the Falcons make stupid decisions, so people will believe it. So I'm just going to write that I don't agree with it or whatever, without really giving it thought. Look, the Falcons, to your point, John, traded up 20 spaces. What else do you think is going, unless you're going to send them, I don't know, Drake, unless you're going to send them, you probably wouldn't get a first for Kyle, right? So you'd have to send a bunch of picks with them. Nobody's going to do it for free, right? The Braves saw a need. Go ahead. You got to go?
No. I was going to say, and I mean, and not to mention, I mean, like, look, Terry's not worried about next year.
That's my point. Exactly. John, you said perfectly. This man's not worried about next year at all.
No. And if this fails, well, that's somebody else's problem. Because he ain't gonna be here.
Right.
So like he's gonna go out swinging, man, and I don't blame him. I would too. I'd be like, all right, well, we need help. I'm gonna get y'all a lot of help.
And it gives Terry Fontenot leverage, bro, because let's say for Godford Knockwood that the Falcons have another 7-10 season. How can you put that on Terry Fontenot when he did like what he's supposed to do?
Yep.
Well, he's not out there, saying coaching, run stunts and run fists and all that stuff. That's not him. He gave the pieces for it to happen. But that's worst case scenario. That's worst case scenario. Exactly.
Yeah, I think, guys, I think we got a lot better. I think we got a lot better, and I think if we can what was cultivate or
Cultivate.
cultivate? Oh,
Yes,
what's the word?
There you
If
go.
that's not what I'm looking for. If we can,
it'll come to you later. Watch it come to you at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
it will come to me later. I'm sorry. If we can,
You had a long night, man.
if we can, yes, I did. If we can complete this, and I apologize, 'cause that's not the word I'm looking for. But if we can complete this draft season with the trade for Jalen Ramsey, I think this team becomes so much better. And we're
Wow.
already good. But if you can let's say you can culminate. That's what I'm looking for. If this is culminated with the trade of Jalen Ramsey on top of whoever you get today and tomorrow, uh, I think this is one of the best successful off seasons the Falcons have had. I think it is great that and look at how we started. Very low key. We unfortunately we didn't retain Grady. People were pissed, and you got the whole thing with Kirk Cousins. But if you are able to trade for Jalen Ramsey, arguably
Hmm.
one of the best corner slash safeties out there, along
Very versatile.
along with who you just drafted, hey man, you might have a top 10 defense, maybe
Hmm.
maybe top 15. Right now, I think you're already top 20. If you do nothing else,
Right.
I think you're top 20 defense.
Absolutely, bro. 'Cause, I mean, like, let's say, like you said, we bring in, Jalen Ramsey. All right, you bring him in to fit in back there along with Jesse Bates, along with AJ Terrell. All right. Mike Hughes, will see what happens. D offer, I don't know, bro. But for right now, we don't have anything. We have Fuller. I think we have Fuller for a year. So the pieces are there. And up front, we've been talking about it. Leonard Floyd. And let's not forget about the guys who's been here, dude. Like we got Caden Ellis, Leonard Floyd, AK, Brook, who I think is going to blossom this year. We also have Dorless. We see what Dorless. We see we have all these guys, and you add a James Pierce Jr.
Hmm.
You add a Javon Jalen Walker. Excuse me, dude. It will be unacceptable. This team was their top 10 defense, dude. Just by the pieces that we have, just by the talent that's on there right now as we speak. Now it's up to Jeff Albert to get the best out of them, put them in a scheme where they can succeed and run the South, man.
Yeah, I think you might want to look at a D tackle today, but um, look at if even if you're not able to get Jalen Ramsey, I still say this is a top 20 defense. But if you're able to get Jalen Ramsey
Hmm.
on top of whomever you draft today, watch out.
Hmm.
Watch out.
What were your surprises yesterday about the draft? What caught your eye other than what the Falcons did around the
Uh,
league?
so for me, it was the fact that Jador fell to the.
Mm.
It in no way did I think that Jackson Dart could hold a candle. Jackson Dart couldn't carry Shador's, you know what, couldn't carry his laundry. Okay, so there was clearly they didn't want to deal with Dion.
That,
So
that's that's that, that's totally what it is, bro.
I wanted. They were like, nope, we're not gonna do it. No, thank you. And in this case, I guess the perceived sins of the father fell upon Shador. But you know what? I think Shador is going to be okay. Because what I think will happen, I think Shador will take this
Hmm.
as the biggest chip on anybody's shoulder in history. And he's going to go out to prove everyone wrong.
Hmm.
Every time, whoever gets him is going to get somebody that's driven. I mean, this kid is going to be driven, and he's going to go every game. He's going to go about trying to make, whatever team he plays for, regret it.
Right.
So, that there was that, and then the whole Mike Jones thing.
Mike
Um,
Green.
I'm sorry, Mike Green. Thank you, Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Mike Green. Ah, Mike Jones is playing football. Yeah, he's 38 and going into the draft. That's right. He's not just a rapper anymore, folks.
Hey man, he playing NFL now, dog. Shit.
A 40-year-old rookie. Wasn't that a movie or something like that? No, that's 40-year-old virgin. My bad. Hey,
Virgin, 4 year virgin.
uh,
Great movie, by the
it
way.
was a great movie. No, but in all seriousness, I think there may have been legs to the migrant. Nobody wanted to go near it, right? And in this
Hmm.
day and age of human resources, political correctness, the fact that you have so many women in leadership positions with these, it didn't surprise me, right? Because
Right.
guess what? If you draft Mike Green, not Mike
Hmm.
Jones, if you draft Mike Green, you're gonna have to answer. You know, a lot of these corporations have corporate suites. You got to answer to these people.
Absolutely.
And maybe that had something to do with it. Look, there was never an arrest filed.
Hmm.
But this what stood out to me is this happened twice on two separate campuses. So either you hang with the wrong kind of folks, or there's something fishy going on, right? Because it wasn't just once,
Right.
it was twice.
And the thing about T. Will, we're talking about the NFL. They have all the resources in the world to do the proper investigations and vet. We're talking about professionals right here. We're talking about the NFL, who
Yeah.
I'm saying, leaves no stone unturned, bro. So I'm about to say Mike Jones now. I gotta leave though. Who?
Mike
Who? Mike
Jones!
Jones.
Mike Jones! Mike Jones!
Hey man. So my question is, how far is he gonna fall? Because there's clearly something about this man that the general public does not know about. That during the interview process, all the teams interview this man, and they want nothing to do with him. For him not to be drafted in the first round,
Does he even get drafted? Is my question.
so,
And I might be tripping.
no, you're not tripping, bro. Because last night was a tale of what could happen. And if you're not drafted, he's a first round talent who doesn't get drafted in the first round, bro. We're looking at something that can be unprecedented, man. I mean, of course I think somebody will take a swing at him, and they'll get a super player. But do you want that baggage? Do you want to explain? That's another thing. When you draft somebody like that, T. Will, you're gonna have to explain to the media about, what I'm saying. Are you concerned about his character? What happened in Virginia? These two allegations, et cetera, et cetera. And that's gonna loom all season long. They're gonna ask those questions. And God forbid something else comes out about him. So who wants that headache? Who wants that?
Nobody.
And it showed last night, bro.
Nobody. No, I look it. And I'm not trying to. I'm not look. I wasn't there. I don't know what Mike did. He could be totally innocent. But the problem is, whatever happened twice. Like one time, you can explain. Oh, you know, it was nothing to it. False allegation, whatever.
Once an accident, choose a trend.
Right. But two times in two separate locations, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. Either you make really bad decisions where your friends are concerned,
Hmm.
or there's something to it. Either way, now I got to watch you, right?
Right.
And look it. This is Atlanta, bro. You are home of Magic City and
Right there.
all sorts of fun places with nefarious characters who already have agendas. There's no way you could bring him here. You
No.
know what I mean? Like maybe if there's a football team in Utah, maybe, right? It would be where they don't even sell drinks at a lot of establishments and they close at 10 o'clock, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in
He
it,
needs to go to the least fun city, wherever that is.
right? But in the A, in
No,
the
that will not be a good combination, bro.
A,
That will
absolutely.
not be. There's too much around the A, man, for this man who was already having, saying not checking history, but a questionable decision. That's the thing, questionable decision making. And he put this man, a young man, a millionaire in Atlanta,
Hmm.
man.
That's like pouring gasoline on a fire, bro.
Bruh,
That's
bruh,
that's that's
bruh. And but like we touched on, man. If he's fallen out of the first round, and all these teams said, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, there has to be something around that.
I think so. And again, I wonder if he's going to get drafted at all. And we'll see.
Hmm.
Because if nobody takes him today, he probably isn't going to get drafted.
And
If,
that'll be something
if
else, bro. That'll
nobody,
be something. That'll be something.
yeah. Well, so here's the thing, right? If you were going to take him, welcome back, John. If we're talking about Mike Green and why nobody drafted him and yada yada yada, but if you were going to take him, you could throw money and resources at him if you took him in the first round. If you don't take him in the first round, you're really not throwing resources at him, which really means he has no protection, right?
Hmm.
So if you were going to take him in the first round, you'd probably, I don't know, for lack of a better word, you'd probably dispatch a fixer to be with this guy 24/7, right? But if you're not paying him that kind of money, if you're paying him second, third, fourth, fifth round money, why go through that for a third, fourth, fifth round pick and still have to explain to your corporate sponsors, well, this is why?
Mm.
I don't think you do it. If you with everything going on with Mike Green, if you were going to take him, you take him in the first round. If you don't take him in the first round, why would you take him in the second? Why would you go through all of that abuse for somebody that is a second, third, or fourth round pick? Right? Well, I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts.
Go ahead, Devo.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I touched on a little bit ago. I mean, you said perfectly, T. Well, who's going to if you're draft this dude in the third or fourth or fifth round, I'm not going. He with all the talent in the world, with all the talent, he's still a third round, fourth round, fifth round draft pick. So I'm not going to saying generate so much time and resources into a third, fourth, fifth round draft pick when I got to concentrate on the first guy I drafted. That's how I look at it.
Right.
Does he have all the talent in the world? But who's going to want to sit babysit that's due for it? And it's going to come down to that. To get somebody like a Mike Green, who say what you want, he's a talent on the field, but he's an uncertainty in society right now. And if you're an uncertainty in society, good, bad, or indifferent, then you're gonna have to be people gonna have to keep a close eye on you. Who's gonna want to keep a close eye on a third, or fourth, or fifth round draft pick? You are a third, fifth, fourth, and like you said, T. Will, he might go undrafted.
He might. He might. Look, if this were 20 years ago, somebody may take a stance on him. But in the world we live in
The
today,
world that we are currently in today, the way the world's structured right now,
eh, uh, uh, no, you will get canceled so quick. You know what I mean? So I don't. If
and it would just take that one, it would just take that one incident, whether it be
yeah,
you know public intoxication, DUI,
bro,
anything disturbing the peace, anything.
he could
It's a
fart.
wrap.
Well, he could fart in a Walmart, and it's going to be an issue. Oh
It'll
my
be top
God,
story.
he farted near me. It was
Yeah,
intentional. I know he did. It was
right.
an attack. I mean, bro,
Yeah,
you can't chance it.
yeah.
So,
Who like I said, who wants that? Who wants that? Who would want to take on that assignment to take care of that?
yeah, that's crazy. Hey man, Eagles drafted Jahad Campbell. Is this an example of the rich getting richer, guys? What do we think about that?
Yeah, man, he's going to eat behind that defensive line, man.
Dude,
He is going to just. I mean, that's a perfect situation for him. I mean, you got these big bodies up front. This dude is so athletic and so nasty. Like I hate it. I hate it. Trust me, I'm a Bama fan and I hate the Eagles. So like, I'm used to watching Bama guys go to the Eagles and the Saints and do well. So that's it's not a fun thing for me. So that's just going to continue. But no, he's going to be great, man. I got a bad feeling about it.
it's definitely the rich getting richer, dog. I mean, you put Jahad Campbell in that defense right there. And you already had Zach Bond, the great linebacker. He did great last year. You team him up, put him back there with all that talent, as we call it, UGA North, with all them former Bulldogs, and then you get this guy from Alabama defending perfectly, dude. You know, in that Nick Fangio defense, dude, it's gonna and to answer T. Will, the richest got richer. Super Bowl champs just got richer. Typically, a Super Bowl champion, and that's why I admire Rosen so the GM up there so much. The rich can get richer.
Man,
So
Hey,
typically,
look who
him in
just
Baltimore,
joined
man.
us. We got Lisa.
dude, yeah, Baltimore's another one. They just keep
Freaking
getting richer, dude.
Yeah, they just sit back and let picks come to them. They're like, oh, okay, Malachi's there. All right, we're gonna team him up with Kyle Hamilton. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
We
man.
got Lisa Shepherd in the chat.
Lisa, what's up?
Hey guys,
Lisa,
what's up? What's
Lisa,
up?
please tell us about last night. You was in the building last night, right?
I was definitely in the
Man,
building.
I saw the video. Tell us about it if you could.
I mean, I think the biggest difference from last night from draft parties in recent years is that everybody left happy. I
Mm.
mean, the past few years, I feel like there have been some boos, there have been some surprises, but not last night. It was a vibe. It was a good time. It was crowded. I just think that goes to show that people are really excited about this upcoming Falcon season. And then when we had a second pick in the first round, I'm telling y'all, we were walking out. We've been there, since 7 o'clock, having a good time, hanging out and everything. it wasn't until we saw that we had traded up into the first round again. I was like, I mean, the place went nuts. Like it was unexpected. People were yelling, screaming, and when the pick came in, people clapped. So it was a good time. It's a great day to be a Falcons fan, y'all.
For
Amen.
sure. Rise up all day, for real.
Rise up.
Mhm.
I'm loving that hat. I'm loving that hat, Lisa. I tell you what, hey, Lisa comes through with that swag. Lisa comes through
Man,
with that swag. Hey, Lisa,
that's a tight hat right there, yo. I ain't gonna front.
hey, we've been talking about a podcast Olympics. Uh,
Oh,
if,
okay.
if there's a swag competition, hey, you're it. You are it, Lisa. Come on, hey, come on through with that
A
hat.
lot of people come through with the swag though. We're gonna rep the Falcons and the A.
Yeah,
It's just part of who we are.
gotta do it. Gotta do it. Hey, we also got Ryan, the historian. Y'all
Hey,
know this man.
Man, Ryan is storing. What up, dude? Look at him.
What up, Ryan?
Hey man, Mama, I done made it. I'm on T Will show. I done made it. Boy, a brother that made it. See, you almost made me say the other word, but a Negro done made it in here, baby. I'm on the T Will show.
Oh man.
What's good?
Oh, what's up, Ryan? Hey, give me your thoughts and impressions on last night's draft, man. How you feeling about it?
Man, I'm good with it, man. I'll say this. When you really look at it, it needed to be addressed with this pass rush. Last in the league, something that needed to be done. Um, as we're talking about it right now, I tell people all the time, I said the Falcons are a team that have potential to do some things, but the problem is the management. How are you going to address your needs? Because we've gone every which way except for grabbing something that we've needed. Now, once we get a little bit more depth, we can start drafting for things that we want and have things to replenish pretty soon. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I really feel as if I really feel as if we got some things that's going to happen this year. We're going to probably get better with sacks because we have depth right now. You look
Mm-hmm.
at Grady Jarrett, he's gone. You got Rukaroro, who's his replacement. You got Zach Harrison that's still here.
Mm-hmm.
You have Arnold Ebiketie, he's here. We're going to see what Coach Ali and also Coach Ulbrich can do with these young guys that were two of the best pass rushers in the SEC. We finally decided we're not going to the West Coast. We're pretty much going in our backyard. And let's keep it a
Right.
buck. The last time that we went to our backyard with a Tennessee Volunteer. Now I'm a dog fan, by the way. I've been rocking my dog and Falcon stuff all day. It's just done warmed up out here, so I was able to take the hoodies and stuff off. But Chuck Smith was the last volunteer that was worth a damn that we took.
Right.
So again, lightning might strike in the bottle twice, man. That's what I see happening. Double-digit wins this year, I predicted.
That's what's up.
Oh, dude, for sure. It's gotta be. It's got to be. And Ryan, like the whole narrative I've been saying is that, and I want to see get your thought on it quick, Ron. Like, can't nobody say nothing crazy about Fontenot now. He did exactly what that we've been, saying, complaining. Well, not really complaining, but emphasizing this whole lack of pass rush, the pass rush deficiency. He said, okay, I'm gonna give you two pass rushers, and I'm gonna get one out of Georgia, and both gonna be from the SEC. So what can you say crazy about that?
Nothing.
You can't.
Right. That's my point.
You really can't say. Look, think about it. You can say crazy about. You really can't say anything crazy about it right now because at this
Oh man, we lost him.
Oh, we did. Hey, we got Jack Spade in the building. Jack, how you doing, man?
What up, Jack?
Coolin', what's up? Everybody right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Cool, man. What's the word?
Man, it's talking about. First and foremost, dude. I
Just
stressed on it
regular.
last night. I'm gonna do it again. The job that one time for the fan did, having a 6-hour show yesterday, and still didn't having the same energy from start to finish it was a blast. I was with you guys for almost 3 hours, and it was supposed to be only 15 minutes, turning to 3 hours, and it's three of the best hours I've had in a long time. And it was this filled with energy, filled with passion, Great guest, great panel, and had an awesome time, man. Had an awesome time, and I got off that podcast feeling good being a Falcons fan, and just the whole fact that the Falcons are finally doing something that, like Lisa said a little bit ago, the difference between last night and previous draft nights is that everybody left out there happy with a smile on their face, and that makes a huge difference right there, and it's reflected. Like I touched on what a point that John said a little bit ago about the whole Falcons fan perspective within a 24-hour time frame. 24 hours ago was like, well, Terry's going to fuck this up. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pretty that was a narrative, and he did. He said, okay. It was almost as if he was at the party, and he was like, okay, I can show you back and tell you. I'm gonna show you back and tell you, and he did it. So yeah, man. The vibe is good, Jack. The vibe is good.
Hey,
Yeah,
John.
man. Well, to piggyback off what you said, we tell all of our guests, special guests, yeah, it's just gonna be 15 minutes. Don't worry, we'll get you out of here in 30 minutes. And then like 2 hours later, we're still talking football.
Right.
That happens all the time. Ryan, you're coming up soon, bro, on the podcast. We're gonna let you know right now, Ryan. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. But I'm sure we'll be in there for like 2-3 hours talking football. That's how it is, man. Because we're energized about the season. We're excited. And now we're really excited. This team's going to look really good on paper and on the field.
Yeah. Hey, John. John,
Yep.
you out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What did you get it? Did Aaron Freeman come through? Were you able to get him?
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, he came through. He was there until we picked, and then he had to go jump on and do locked on for a little bit. But yeah, he was there.
Did you get his thoughts on the pick?
Yeah, he wasn't. Y'all know Aaron. Like, he's not exactly super excitable guy. But he was happy with it. He wasn't like overjoyed. He was. I think he was hoping for like a Mike Green or Mikael Walker, but obviously Mikael was already gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't. He was like, man, he's like, it's not who I would have picked. He's like, but I'm good with it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
So, I don't think anybody, whether you like that was your pick or not, you could not be happy with it. So.
John, on the show that you guys did in January when you and Mike kind of like the out of your fucking mind, like the last show.
Yeah.
Mike asked me, Aaron Freeman was there, Kerry was there. He asked me, Jack, who do you see the Falcons taking at 15? And this was back in January. And I said, you know what? Just looking at the roster, looking at the team, I'm just going to say James Pierce Jr.
That's right. Yep.
And sure enough, last night they traded back up to go get him. But the Falcons, people complaining about the trade. Jacksonville traded for Travis Hunter. And let's be real about Jacksonville. They ain't winning shit. They ain't winning nothing.
Dude, yeah.
I'm sorry to curse on your channel,
no.
But they're not winning nothing. They ain't winning nothing. I don't care what anybody. They ain't winning jack. You could put Travis Hunter at running back, offensive lineman. They ain't winning nothing. So they did that to sell tickets. They got a new stadium coming up. They might win a couple games here and there, but the Jags ain't scaring nobody with that. You think TJ Stroud said, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" Man, TJ Stroud talking about they got to beat us. We the team to beat. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a couple plays on the field here and there. If you go away from Travis most of the time and he don't get no catches, he don't get the ball thrown to him, no targets, none of that, then what's happening on the other side of the field? They getting ate up. So ain't nobody talking
Wait
about
a
the
minute.
Jags.
Hold
Man.
up, Jack. You wrong. They got a wide receiver that was from LSU. That boy Robinson is a bad boy.
Sheesh.
Just saying.
Yeah, that boy Brian Robinson is pretty nice.
They were doubling him. Brian Robinson was a bad boy. They were doubling him last year because they didn't have another receiver. So now you got to pick your poison. Now ETN is going to be in space. I'm not a Jag fan, but you got to look at what they've done. Think about it. Look at the Falcons offense. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted Kyle Pitts. They bring in Bijan Robinson. They start bringing in pieces. Drake London. They pretty much are doing what we did. Literally. Quiet as it's kept. I'm not saying they're going to know what they did. Man, that right there, they're gonna try to keep that hush hush of a guy that was a bit overrated coming in. He was supposed to be, as they would say, the savior of that franchise.
Yes.
They got weapons, they just don't have a quarterback. That's the problem.
Yes. But they seem to be banking on Trevor Lawrence for their long term. I mean, they got the new stadium coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if Trevor's the quarterback going into that new stadium.
Well, looking at the draft coming up next year, let's be honest, there's not really too many quarterbacks worth a damn coming out of college right now.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Just being honest.
Guys, you think You guys think Shador gets picked up today?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
in the
he.
second round.
I think in the second round, he's not gonna fall past the second. Now, if he
For
does
you,
that, that's pure hatred.
Lisa, you were saying something?
No, I was saying, yeah, I think he gets picked up today. So, mhm.
All right. Let me ask you guys this. If we get to the third round, right? And mama, there goes that man again. Mike Green is there. And we take him, which would be the most Falcon thing ever to get 3 pass rushers in a draft. What are you guys thinking, right? Like what does that do to your worldview? And Debo, I'm gonna start with you, and we'll go down the line. Debo, if the Falcons in the third round say, you know what, with pick 101, we pick Mike Green. What are you thinking at that point, Bud? Like, give me your thoughts.
I mean, if that happened, I think it'd be Terry Fondo saying, "Hey, once again, y'all want pass rush, I'm taking care of it." I think so. Y'all ninjas be one pass rush. Y'all be talking. I'm taking care of it. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, but then it complicates things. I mean, he got all the talent in the world. Where are you going to put him? Where would
That's
you put him? I
because
mean,
we got to get somebody decent.
it's like a square. Try and put a square peg in a round hole. I
Hey,
mean, because you've already addressed it. You've already addressed it by getting Pierce. You've already addressed it by getting Walker, and the other pieces you got in off season like Floyd, etc. So that'll be a crazy thing to do right there. But like you touched on, it'd be the most Falcon thing to do.
hey, Lisa, give me your thoughts. Third round, we take Mike Green. What are you thinking?
I mean, I think I don't think he'll be there in the third round. I'll just say
You
that.
don't?
But just hypothetically speaking, is I think it's funny to be like Terry will be like, I can show you, but I can tell you, and it will be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he like, I'm gonna shut y'all up. Y'all not gonna talk about the Atlanta pass rush no more.
yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, we're all thinking you've had 4 previous seasons to address it though. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So but no, I mean, I think we all know this is a make or break season for
Yep.
fun, no. So he's not gonna do anything to jeopardize, him remaining our general manager. So I think, but I still think I'm just on a cloud nine from last night, and
Oh
just
yeah.
the hope and the expectation that we finally, have a defense that won't make us pray every time we on defense. Like, Lord, don't let this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we are. Like, oh, this Steve. Oh my God. We
Yeah.
can have some confidence now that the talent we have out there can really, stop the other team from scoring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, that agreed. John, Falcons do the unthinkable and the most Falcon thing ever and draft Mike Green in the third round. Give me your thoughts if this happens.
Uh, I would have guessed that Jeff Ulbricht's going to come out the next day and say we're going to deploy the first ever 7-4 front, and it's going to be insane. Y'all never seen anything like it.
That'd be
And
crazy.
we're going. No, man. You know, I'm with Lisa. I think he'll be gone, but yeah, I don't think it'll happen. But hey, man, crazier shit has happened with the Falcons, so you never know.
Hey, you can never have enough pass rushers, John. I'm just saying, man. You can
No,
never
you're
have
right.
enough.
But yeah, but like you said earlier, like right when I jumped in, right when I had to get off the first time, when you were saying, I mean, whoever does, like, yeah, there's going to be questions they're going to have to answer that they're not going to want to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's
so
true.
that's going to be the whole thing too. So yeah, who knows, man?
That's true. Ryan, give me your thoughts, man. We do the most Falcon thing ever and take Mike Green in the third round. Give me your thoughts on that.
I want you to see my face,
Oh
Bush.
man, he took the glasses off, though. He took the glasses off.
Negro, are you out of your damn mind? The hell is wrong with you? We already got two. We need a defensive lineman. We need linebackers. T. Will, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the world of your fantasy of just being a Falcon doing Falcon shit, I mean stuff, excuse my language. I'm gonna say this here. You really don't want to win a championship. You pull some foolishness like this. Hey, I just pull up. Hey, I'll pull up the Flowery Branch. Hey Terry, I just need to know your address. I got the U-Haul right here, and the Mayflower truck is on the way.
Oh
Meet
yeah,
your black ass in Atlanta.
we'll help you out, Terry. We'll help you out.
So you're
You
saying
guys,
this is just Shanahan throwing to Roddy Piper then? Roddy White, I mean.
Boy,
Y'all
I tell
remember?
you what, I'm
That's a
about to
good
go
point. Hey,
see my
John,
blood pressure up today.
Right?
that's a good point. Y'all remember that when y'all remember that when
when he threw
everybody's like throw the ball to Ryan, Brian ain't getting the ball. So Kyle Shanahan, those first three, I forgot who we were playing. The first three plays when we went straight to Roddy.
Yep.
Yep.
And then that was it.
That was it.
Yep, I remember. Jack, give me your thoughts, man. Falcons draft Mike Green the third round. Give me your thoughts.
Now you know the Falcons ain't that stupid. They ain't doing all that. Now if they want to talk around and find out, they gonna find out.
He said, "Falk around and find out." Did y'all catch that?
Yeah, I got
Oh
that.
man, that's gonna be on somebody's T-shirt.
I'm
Falk
just saying.
around and find out. I love it. What'd you say,
Just
Jack?
No,
saying.
it already is. There are t-shirts out there with that. I'm thinking about getting one on Etsy.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't seen one of those, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
walk
Okay,
around and find out.
that's what's up. I like that. I
They
like.
don't want to go down that route. Like off the field issues, you can deal with some, player concerns, character issues if you had, argument with the coach. I mean, we see players all the time throw their helmets and get mad, but I'm telling you, man, I, what is it? What is it? April?
Mm.
Friday? 4 months away from football. Magic City's open. Nah, bro. Can't do it. Can't do it.
All
Good
right.
on.
Well, hey, let's shift gears a bit, guys. Who do you guys see the Falcons taking today? You got a third round pick. You could argue as we already have that we already have two pass rushers, so that need has been met. Some would say we could use a D tackle. Some would say we could use a safety. Jack would definitely say we don't need a corner. Debo, let's start with you. Who do you see the Falcons taking in the third round?
Yeah, no, I mean we need a slot corner.
Sheesh.
I think we do. I think we need a slot corner. I have no. This is Debo talking. I have no confidence in D offer whatsoever. I definitely wouldn't put Clark Phillips in the slot. And I know, that these are guys that have been on the team for a couple of years. But Jack, I asked you last night. I can ask everybody again. The way the cornerback room we have right now, are you confident with it? AJ Terrell aside, if you're confident with it, then I get it. I'm not confident with it. I would like for them to try to at least invest and think about, getting some kind of quality corner who can play a slot. He's who played, traditional slot in college, and see what happens. I mean, it's a third round pick,
One
so it's not going to be like a wasted pick or anything, in my opinion.
one reason
But
why I'm used to it, Debo, not to cut you off. One reason why I'm used to it is because Raheem with that player coach stuff, he's not
mhm,
like a cutthroat coach to say you suck, you suck, you suck, get out of here. He
right,
literally looked at the NFL, saw the amount of free agents that's available, saw the amount of cornerbacks that's available, and he brought back Kevin King. Kevin King, who had a
yeah,
trouble season last year, who was out of the NFL for 2 years. All the cornerbacks in the NFL who was available that you could have went to go get, you brought back Kevin King.
right,
And then for the D offer talk, look at that loyalty again. All the Minnesota D offer, you got trash against Justin Jefferson. He brought D offer back too. So it's kind of like you have 8 cornerbacks in that room right now. I can't even forget about Natron Brooks. These were guys that was on the roster.
right.
Raheem is trying to do that player loyalty. We're trying to build these guys up. Clark Phillips, these guys are like, they're going to be there. It's Mike Hughes, it's AJ Terrell, it's Clark Phillips. I ain't gonna lie, it might be D offer too because of that player loyalty with Raheem. He's not a cutthroat coach
Mm.
because he could have easily went to go find 3 more cornerbacks. He brought back 3 of the same ones last year, who some would say had trouble. But he gave Mike Hughes $18 million to do what? Remember that play with Jordan Addison, the first touchdown against Minnesota? That was Mike Hughes on Jordan Addison. He was looking for the ball too when Jordan Addison was wide open. So
I
it's
agree.
like everybody had trouble last year. No player is perfect. But Natron Books, Mike Ford Jr., Keith Taylor from the Chiefs, the other guys we just mentioned, AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes, they got 8 corners, they got 3 safeties. You got in the middle, you got Brandon Dorlus, who you played 2 games last year and you sat to the side. You had Rook Aurora battling back and forth with injury and depth. Katavius Street got in there. Taekwon Graham. Ain't nobody even mentioning Taekwon Graham name like that. Let's be real. You gotta
Right.
go get a big ugly in the middle. Zach Harrison might be your future. Zach Harrison might be. Ain't no penciling him that he's gonna be here 5 years from now. He might be here. Ain't nobody seen Zach Harrison jump out the gun like that. I know he's a young player, but we want now. We're not looking for later. We want now. And that's why
Well,
Arnold Ebiketie and some of these guys, if they can't get it right, well, they got Pierce and they got Walker and they got some more guys that is gonna come up the ranks. But
yeah,
I'm just looking at it. They gotta get a big ugly today. You gotta get a big nasty in the middle. And this is the guy that's gonna make you
we
a
wouldn't
53.
be having,
Everybody else is fighting for a spot.
Mm.
Jack, we wouldn't be
People,
having this
yeah.
conversation about a cornerback if T.J. Tampa was taken last year. That was my guy, and he went to Baltimore and showed the hell out with Nate Wolford.
Mhm.
And now they get Malachi Starks to go in the back of it with Kyle Hamilton. So you
Mm.
literally got one of the nastiest secondaries that you can put together. The young guys don't fall in. You got 3 guys that's already veteran that's gonna bring him along. So again, you need somebody on the back end because Justin Simmons isn't here right now. You got to go get you a safety. Now, on the third pick, what I'm going to do is go get me a D tackle. You got Deon Walker, you got Kyle Robinson out of Nebraska. I mean, there's a couple of ways that you can go. Kyle Kennard out of South Carolina. You got 3 bona fide D tackles that you can go for right now. As for the secondary, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know y'all get sick of me talking about HBCU players, but I don't give a damn. I'm still gonna beat that drum. You go get Kendall Bowler as an undrafted free agent or a 7th round pick, who is a shutdown corner who Steve White talked highly about. And literally, I'll give you this. Many PWIs tried to poach him away from FAMU, and he was listed one of the best corners in the country. Now, the other safety that I keep talking about, if you're not going to go big time, go get Kenny Gallup out of Howard University, the Aeneas Williams Award winner, which means he's the best defensive back at the HBCU level in the country, who's shut down, 6 foot tall, around 210 pounds, is a ball hawk and will come up and knock your teeth loose, even if you said something, even if you didn't say nothing about his mama. So again, you have many ways you can go. The question is, how do we go about it? Because there's tons of talent in this draft. Dorian Boyd is another guy I would look at out of Iowa State.
Falcons want a Falcon. They'll probably get a center or a tackle today. Corner because they don't trust in D. Alford and Natron Brooks and Clark Phillips and Mike Ford. I can see a corner getting in place. Going to be heavy on a competition battle. Your safety, because come on, Benny Sapp. Shout out to Benny Sapp, but I don't know who Benny Sapp is. I know DeMarco Helms. I know Jordan Fuller. I know Jesse Bates. So they're probably going to go get a safety. That's probably in the later rounds. Outside of that, just continue to build this team right because fans are excited. And like Debo
Facts.
said, don't get on that 24-hour clock, Terry. Don't get on the 24-hour clock. Like, just get it right. Just nail the picks right. That's all I'm looking for.
All right.
For sure.
Don, who you going after today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Ryan. I think you're going probably DT. I mean, you still, and there's plenty of guys to pick from, and that D tackle spot depends on which way you want to go. I don't. You asked about the secondary. Like, I feel like we try to sell ourselves on that. Like me and you try to sell ourselves on the Braves bullpen a little bit. Like,
Mm.
like, you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, I want to,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, we could use some depth there too. I mean, we know that. So, but yeah, I mean, as long as I can, it's not going to shout me if it is a corner. It's not going to shout me if it's a safety, if it's a D tackle. Like Jack said, hopefully it's not a center offensive lineman type of thing. Like we still need to stay on that side of the ball and just keep building that depth, man. Like like they said.
That's what's up.
John, you brought up the Braves bullpen. My excitement and joy from last night is went down and down in the dumps, bro.
Hey, man, it is
It's
what
all
it is.
good, bro.
We got Kimbrel on the way, buddy. He's in AAA now.
Oh yeah, they call him up, so we'll see what happens.
That's right.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, hey, man, I really appreciate everybody joining the panel. Just wanted to have a quick discussion as to what our thoughts were. Guys, I think this draft has all, if we didn't draft anyone else, the fact that we drafted 2 pass rushers, I'm good. But what else can we do? So I know we pretty much agree we need another D tackle. Some of us feel like we need another corner. Is there one other position that we need to address? Maybe backup center or safety? Like, give me your thoughts on that, and then guys, we can roll out. But we know we need a DT. In my humble opinion, I think you got 6 corners in there. You really need a safety. Um, but give me the other positions that
Eight
you guys.
corners. 8 corners.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
God
Uh,
damn.
give me
Damn.
the other positions that you guys think we need to address. And let's start with you.
I think if we can find the gentleman, the guy that I when we did the mock draft when I was on one time for the fan, I forgot the guy's name, the gentleman's name. He was a tackle for Kansas. If he's there in the later rounds, then I would consider getting him or any serviceable tackle who can be groomed because Jake Matthews is getting long in the tooth. And so I think that if you get a quality tackle later on in the round, later on in the draft, who can be groomed, sit back and work behind Jack Matthews, and then groom to be a starter, then I would consider that right there. Other than that, then we had a depth everywhere else, but D tackle, more thing about it, then yeah, that'll be another one. So I would say either someone in the trenches, or a tackle to be groomed behind Jake Matthews.
All right, Jack. Same question, man. Who do you feel like we need to go after, position wise, other than who we've already identified?
Hey T, real quick, man. I got to drop off, buddy. But hey, appreciate you having me on, man. Y'all have a great Friday, great rest of the weekend watching the draft. Hopefully we just continue building this team to win this division next year.
Hey,
For
John,
sure, for
man,
sure.
joining us. Tell these folks where they can find you, John.
Yeah, man. Y'all can just see me and Terry talking to some Braves every Wednesday morning, and for now at least. And you can find me tweeting on Out of Your FM Mind on Twitter, man. Still talking about the Falcons and whatever the hell comes up on there, and then we'll see if Out of Your Falcon Mind makes a comeback this fall or not. We don't know yet, but we will. Y'all feel free to still go to the channel and subscribe, man. We always appreciate it. So, you guys have a great one, man. Terry, appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Have a good
sir.
one, John. See you, man.
Have a good one, John.
All right, Jack. How you feeling about it?
I kind of just went into it a little bit. I mean, if the Falcons go corner today, I know why. I do see both sides of the fence. Even though they might have 8 corners and Raheem brought these guys back, I still see both sides of the fence as a fan. Same for the safety position. Me and Benny Sapp, they might say, hey, you're not going to give this guy many snaps anyway. It's going to be Helms, it's going to be Fuller, and it's going to be Jesse Bates a lot. Last year we had Justin Simmons. We put a lot on those two back there. I don't know what the situation is with Justin Simmons now. Jalen Ramsey, the rumor report with that, like I can't get into that just yet. We got to go through the draft first. I got to go get players that's on the team for the camp and Ross. I need to go get me a tackle or a center, or I need to go get me a big nasty in the middle on the other side of the ball. If they even add to the linebacker room too as well. I mean, you have Jeff Ulbrich and Mike Ruttenberg. I mean, those are linebacker guys. So they might go add in that piece too right there. Do they value Troy Anderson that much? Troy's injury situation is something to watch for too. Like I told you the other day, the man leans in there on one hit. You got to pray for him to get back up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's tough sometimes. But the safety, the corner, a defensive tackle, just don't go running back. Rest in peace to the fullback position in Atlanta. There's no more fullbacks, so you can't worry about that. Tight end could be in the play randomly because I don't know how much they look at Franks outside of special teams. And then you have what's his name, Charlie Warner, Kyle Pitts. Possibly not, but you never know. No wide receiver, no running back, no fullback, no quarterback. Eliminate those. Offensive tackle, you need a center. Defensive tackle in the middle, maybe another linebacker. Depends on how you're looking at Troy. And I see why they can go corner and possibly safety. Top two, sleeper, safety, and defensive tackle. With offensive tackle as a sleeper. So
Do y'all see Nick Emenbori falling that far to us, or will he be gone by then?
Oh, I
He'll
don't.
be gone.
You think he'd be gone by
Nick,
then? Okay.
Nick Minori is pretty much a poor man's Cam Chancellor, if you really want to be honest. You talk about tall, fast, can hit like a ton of bricks, and he's just one of those guys that if you don't watch SEC football, you don't know much about him. If you do watch SEC football, you understand what that kid brings to the table because that whole defense for South Carolina was nasty this year. Nasty. It wasn't just the front four. You got to look at that secondary. Just think about this. Look at all the defensive backs that South Carolina has produced within the last few years. They're all in the league right now. And one of the guys that's had a long career is Stephen Gilmore, a guy that's been a thorn in a lot of people's sides. So again, when you look at players and places that players have been developed, you got them right literally around your backyard. You can really go around there and just handpick them.
There you go, man.
But
There you go. Jack, you about to say something? Sorry, Jack, you cut out.
No, I'm just listening. Let me mute my mic. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good. All good. Well, look, guys. I mean, that's about it. I think Carlo was going to come in here and drop a few comments, and then we're going to roll out because I got some stuff to do on my honeydew list. Carlo, welcome to the show, man. Real quick, in 2-3 minutes or less, give us your thoughts on the draft, on the picks, and going, and then we got.
Brothers playing on two different things. What's up, man?
What's up?
Yo,
What's up, Carlo?
hey, listen, Phil. Hey, man, I've been live all morning, bro. I've been live all morning. I'm getting unloaded right now, so that's why I'm walking around looking crazy. But you know, I'm still dirty bird down in the business. But hey, listen, y'all did great last night. I couldn't get on, but we was lit at the bar. I had to go to bed early last night because I had to get up. But pimp, I think the Falcons finna knock these motherfuckers' heads off this year. You hear me? But if we get a safety and a few more pieces, man, and with Brick, what they doing, dog, I think we're in good shape. I don't even think the Eagles gonna beat us when they see us because we gonna tumble them too. But what Terry and them did last night, man, got the city just watching everybody and hearing everything and seeing what's going on, bro. Yeah, we back in business, dog, for sure, for sure. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to stay on long because I just wanted to pop my head in real quick, see what y'all got going on, bro. But man, listen, hell, I cannot, I cannot wait to get back to Atlanta. I'm in Dallas right now, but yeah, it's up, baby. But that's all I wanted to say, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll check in with y'all a little bit later.
All right.
For sure.
Already,
Appreciate you, dog.
yes, sir.
We
Bet.
appreciate it, man. We appreciate you joining us. All right. Well, hey, gentlemen, final thoughts. We are officially on day 2. It begins today at 7 p.m. I think we've all identified who we think the Falcons should go after. Guys, I'm going to be a little arrogant and say this draft is already a success because of the caliber of pass rushers that we've got. I can't recall in recent history where we've ever done something like this, where we went and got a top 10 pass rusher, which Jalen Walker is. You know what I mean? You could argue there's no way he should have fallen to us. And then hopped back in the draft and got a top 15 pass rusher. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, if we draft kickers, I'm just kidding, but I think we've already won. I think our job's done. Whoever we get now, it's bonus, it's window dressing, it's icing on the cake. But yeah, Debo, give me your thoughts on this draft, and have we already won, or do we still have work to do? Give me your thoughts.
No, I mean if the draft if the draft ended today, then I would say yeah we won. But there's still some pieces that we got to take care of to tighten things up for depth. You know, get some individuals in there, you know, who can compete and make it a little more better. But based on these past 2 picks that we did, and James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker, then you know I would say yeah the draft overall is already a success. Now we just got to build up on it. It's hard for Terry Fontenot to totally screw up the next 3 picks after the 2 picks that he did. But we are talking about Terry Fontenot, so that could very well be a situation. It might Terry Fontenot may have been a good day for him yesterday. He probably just had a good ass day, and then today might be the total opposite, but hopefully not. So you know that's my take on it though. So far so good.
Debo, I just want you to know the Bald Headed Brother Coalition is looking at your membership now. I'm just letting you know, brother. I'm just
Oh
letting you
man, hey, me, we like Onyx right now, man. We like Onyx. Slam, da, 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 da. Come on now, yeah, we like Onyx right now, dog. Shoot, for real.
know. Oh
For
man.
real.
So we got another version of Jack Spade. I guess we're in the Marvel verse. We have two versions of Jack Spade here. Hello, other version of Jack Spade. How you doing? All well? Okay, I guess both versions are silent today. All right. Well, Ryan, final thoughts before we get out of here?
Now you said of recent, I'm gonna go back to when you actually had hair on your head when you wasn't a part of the Bullhead Coalition. Oh
Wow.
yeah. You know I got you messed up my draft, so you catching hell from me because you messed up my draft. I'm still mad at you about that.
I forget. You're right. You know what? You got me. You're right.
Yeah.
I did
But
mess
you
up. You're right.
but
You
let's
got
be real. The last time we really brought in guys back to back that had that much of an impact, go back to 1980. I want you to think about this. You had Buddy Curry. You
me.
also had Al Richardson that was brought in at that linebacker spot, and you had my man's name. I always forget his name. Joel Williams. That's the other linebacker. If you go back to it, they
Yeah.
brought in three young linebackers that changed the trajectory of that franchise defensively with
Yeah.
that, the front seven was already there. We had already, unfortunately, gotten rid of Claude Humphrey, and he goes to Philly, and they bring in these young guys, and they literally had an impact. Jerry Glanville never started rookies like that. For
Yeah.
their inexperience, they made up with hustle. So when you bring in guys that are hungry, that want to do something, hustle beats talent every day. Because you mess up, guess what? You make a hustle play, you can change the trajectory of a game. That's what those two do. If you haven't watched film on them, please do. That is something that they bring to the table. So I see a lot of great things coming from this young core that we just drafted. Terry just doesn't. Terry, you're already on the highway. You already got the Lamborghini out of the yard. Just don't crash it at this point.
Just don't
Because
crash.
once he gets through the draft, the rest is on Raheem. Because Terry's really done.
Yep.
Terry started off with a bang. The rest will be on Raheem. Terry's doing his job. So if he doesn't foul up the rest of this draft, we're gonna be okay. We just gotta hope that Terry can hold up on his end. If Terry, I'm sorry, not Terry, Raheem can hold up on his end if Terry puts him in a position to be successful.
Hey, all right, man. All right. Well, hey, gentlemen, Ryan, thank you for joining us as always. Debo, as always, brother, this was fun. I
Yeah.
appreciate Debo, you typically have something in the way of R&B, and this is a Friday, so we don't want to break from tradition. Do you have any R&B scenarios for us today, or hip hop scenarios, or are you just over it because of the draft and we
No,
just
no, 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 no. That dog Tebow's always trying to talk '90s, dog. There's always time to talk '90s, man.
all right?
So let's see here. Oh, here's a good one for y'all, man. To ponder on.
What's going on? What's
In
going
your
on?
opinion, who in both R&B and hip hop, right? In hip hop, in your opinion, name your top two or top three producer, singers, singers, songwriters, and in rap, name your favorite producer, rapper, i.e., someone who can master both rapping and producing at the same time. I know in hip hop, there's Dr. Dre. He's now to me, he's a goat. And in R&B, you got R. Kelly.
Yeah,
So other than those gentlemen, who is one? Who is a singer, songwriter, producer, or a producer rapper who really says, you know what, that dude knows it, that did, or woman knows that
I
what the hell
give
they doing. So that stands out.
I give you two
for
right
me.
now.
All right, what you got?
You can't forget about this guy because he changed so many lives in the music industry, man. Good producer. Worked with JT. Worked with a lot of folks in the VA area. Timberland. Timberland
Timberland,
from
Yeah,
Okay.
Timberland,
Timberland
that's a
was
good
big,
one,
and
bro.
of course, from the VA area too as well. Pharrell with Neptunes, man. Pharrell worked with a lot of people. That song "Beautiful" with Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Producing, writing. Work with clips. Work with a lot of people, man. So I gotta go with Timberland and Pharrell.
yeah. For me, for hip hop, well, okay, so he took the one I had for hip hop because
Mhm.
my mind went to Timberland. For R&B, I'd say L.A. well, Babyface of LA
Okay.
and Babyface. Babyface can hit every note. I think his brother is also a singer or was a singer or what have you. And of course, LA and Babyface wanted, they started LaFace Records in Atlanta. And really, to be honest with you, they put Atlanta on the map because I think they signed Outkast.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. LaFace Sound Outcast. Yeah.
so the whole ATL movement is due to LA and Babyface and them coming here. So they were visionaries in that regard. As far as hip hop is concerned, Jack, you kind of got me with Timberland. I mean, I don't want to say Diddy, but I kind of have to say Diddy now.
You got to say Diddy. You got to throw Diddy in there, man, because we're talking about music, not the image, not the image.
Yeah,
Like Diddy
yeah,
is one, Jazzy Faye is another.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, don't hate on me, don't get mad, but you got to throw Kanye in there too. And Kanye,
Yeah.
before all
Yeah.
this nonsense, Kanye is a musical genius. Like working with John Legend, working with De La Soul, working with Rockefeller, working with Beyonce. Like Kanye has a lot of this. Like that's
yeah,
why he will never go broke. He's never going broke. You're gonna be hearing about him for the next 100 years.
yeah,
I
definitely.
like how you took mine, but see, I'm about to go bag on y'all. Y'all want to do that? I'm about to bag on y'all boys one good time.
All right.
So you already know what it is, man. I gotta go original R&B singer and producer that was taken too soon, Donny Hathaway. A lot of people forget about Donny Hathaway. He was an animal when it came to his production and the
Mm-hmm.
way that he literally could sing, produce, he did it all. So, and I'm showing HBCU love because he's a Howard University alum as well. So you know
Yeah,
how that goes. Now,
love Donny
when you talk
Hathaway.
about hip hop, since you took Kanye West away from me, I'll give you another artist, and you also took Dr. Dre out of the fold. I'll give you another artist, T-Pain. A lot of
Oh,
people
I
don't
forgot
understand
about
that Payne was a rapper first
You're right.
before he became pretty much became an entertainer. He was a rapper first. He could
Yeah,
also actually sing. He actually can sing for real.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And when you actually listen to some of the hits that he's produced a lot of massive hits, whether it's writing for R&B or writing for artists. And I'm gonna give you another artist or whatnot. He's deceased at this point. Rest in peace, legendary Pimp C of the legendary group UGK. Most folks just don't know that he also was a producer, rapper, and a singer, as well as a businessman that honestly told the truth. And he also moved to Atlanta and changed the image of a lot of things. So that's pretty much what I got for you.
Pimp C was an amazing producer, dog. When he laid down the entire Right and Dirty soundtrack, I mean sound that CD. He also produced Big Mike. A lot of them dudes down there, man.
Oh,
People don't know that Pimp C was that hell of a producer, dude.
Debo, since you want to put that out, I got to give you a little. Well, I hoes and things and
Swinging
everything.
things.
I'm just a young nigga
You have
having
it. Man, T Will
things.
lost right now. I'm sorry. Man, T Will so lost right now. My bad, man. Swinging, man, having things, man. One of the classic dirty down south Gulf Coast sounds, man. It's having things, yes, sir.
oh my,
Facts.
fellas,
If
we
I
gotta
need your
go.
I need your assistance, Ryan. Sorry, David.
What's up?
So I'm trying to win this parlay. Will there be one HBCU player drafted this weekend?
Carson Vincent, Alabama A&M. Yes.
Yeah,
Either
yeah,
him or Kendall Bowler will be drafted.
I would
Bro,
say
the
so.
disrespect is through the roof in Vegas. They have a parlay where they don't think one player will be drafted from HBCU.
Is
They
it on
might be
Prize Picks, Jack?
late rounds or
Yeah, that
whatnot,
one's
but trust me, it's gonna be one drafted.
yeah, that's a global one, T. Will. That one should be around most of the apps.
All right. Well,
But I'm
hey,
just yeah.
hey, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get to this honeydew list, and the wife has called me like 12 times. So, fellas,
uh-oh.
real quick, let's go around the room. Say where Jack, tell them where they can find you. Let's get to the shout outs.
Oh yeah, you can find me at One Time for the Fans, Sundays at 8, Wednesdays at 8, Friday mornings at 9:30. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. All social media platforms for the most part. If we're not on there, let us know. We'll get on there. Y'all have a good day, man. I'm about to go. I said F work, man. I'm about to go play golf. I'm about
All
to
right,
play
brother.
golf. Yeah.
Hey,
Have a
success,
good one.
success to you, Ryan. Tell these folks where they can find you.
Hey man, you know you can find me, myself, the historian, and the magnificent Birdcage crew at the Birdcage LLC Thursdays at 8 p.m. Every day, every week. You know how we get down. And then also during the season, we have a show, pregame meal, which we did yesterday for the draft, and then also our regular show, the Party Line of the Benediction. And we also have Bumper to Bumper, as you guys check out in the morning on your way to work, drinking coffee, as T Will does all the time.
Hmm.
So again, thank y'all for having me on. And as we always say, man, you either get right or you get left. Apparently, Terry got right.
For sure. For
Bump it up,
sure.
right. Hey man, tell them where they can find you, Debo.
Hey, Debo Vibes on YouTube, the real Debo Vibes on Instagram, Debo Vibes on TikTok. Got another food video coming this week. I know y'all gonna enjoy it. A lot of food shorts, food reels, and all around good eating. So come through.
All right. Hey, appreciate y'all. Everybody in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, God, for waking me up, giving me this podcast. You can find me at For My ATL Sports One on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Hey, Miss Carrie, best producer in the world. Shout out. And hey, last but not least, thank you to, well, obviously, thank you to Ryan. Thank you to Jack Spade. Thank you to Debo Vibes. Thank you to Miss Carrie. Thank you to my brother Jack and my brother Eric Parker for giving my start in this business. You guys have an amazing day. Rise up, everybody.
Rise up.
Rise up.